150, number 1 second. Uniforms paid 120 and number 3 Simbala 220. Quinella 510, Exacta 950, Trifecta $67, and the first four 4135 332.20. 3/4 of a length, half a neck, 124.03 35.51 after race 2 here at Rosehill.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say, and there was certainly money to suggest that Lucida was going to give that favourite a real run for its money, and she did. Good pedigree. Now, right through to the others at Flemington, we've got Purple Groove, number 13, certainly worth a mention at $9.40. And that's for the Nestle Peters Classic. Gordon's a late scratching earlier on, number 17. A riding change in race 8 at Flemington. The Salinger Stakes. Number 16 Cosmic Strike is Karen McAvoy, replacing Jason Patton. Kay McAvoy on 16. Now,
the day has dawned. You've got the Amy Victoria Derby hat on, and you've got some key hopes starting off with Reactive in race 4.
Yeah, she's got to have a bit of luck from there. I'm happy with the barrier in the respect it'll sort of smother a bit in the race to settle to get the mile. But in the straight, we just need a bit of luck and room, because she's the kind of mare, she won't stretch out until she's got room.
What about Diamond J? Could it surprise in the Derby?
I mean, he's a bit of a chance. I've put him in basically because there's nothing else to run him in. He's a horse that's on the way up. I think he should have won the Derby trial at Geelong in good time. And I think the further he goes, the better he'll go. And it's evening out a bit, this race, so he wouldn't be without a hope.
Rubitano and Prince Rubiton go down the straight again, clash with similar horses from earlier on this year on the Newmarket. Rubitano is really in some very good form.
He is, and he's carrying weight well, and I can take a line through him through Sedurka in this race with the weight, because Sedurka's not as big a horse as Rubitano, and he carried 57 and only got beat half a length in the Newmarket. Rubitano's a much stronger horse than him, so I don't think he'll have any trouble carrying the 57.5.
Okay, what about Prince Rubiton?
He's going very well. I think he's back to his best distance. I mean, I've tried him over 1400, and he can win 1400 under ideal conditions, but most of the time you don't get that, and it's a bit far for him.
And in the last, Brian, you've got Lord Volksrad, a horse that hasn't had a lot of luck of late.
Yeah, I shouldn't be smiling about that, but he's been very unlucky and had severe traffic problems in his races of the last 2 runs, which has killed any chance of him being competitive at the finish, although he hasn't finished far away. And I think today, given a bit of room and a clear go at him, I think it'd be pretty hard to hold out at the finish of the race.
It's Brian Mayfield-Smith who's got a runner in this upcoming race at Flemington. He's represented by Reactive, number 12. There's the favourite on screen, Perno, number 3 from the Michael Moroney stable. Terrific mare, quality mare. She's won 8 from 16. The only query, if there is one, is that she's never won on a dry track. All of her wins have been on dead slow and heavy. Tickle My is number 4, a mare from the Bruce Purcell stable at Cranbourne. She comes off a run in the Tizio Stakes at Moonee Valley last Saturday. She ran 4th in the race won by Gentle Genius. Hit the line well too. Tickle My 890. Gold Light.
2, 12 Miss Electro, 450, 220 favourite. Let in run her way 20 and 3. Tip 3, 12, 8, set Flemington.
Stand, Hosanna in gate number 2. It's Platonic, the outside stall. Lights are blinking. Turno towards the middle, Coupe a bit fractious. Off and running this time, came out in a good line. Miss Zoe going back after the start in company with Miss Platonic, and one of the first out, Romano Star Coupe. From the outside, the 3-year-old filly, Royal Perla, is charging forward now. She'll get the lead easily. And Royal Perla took it up by 2 to Romano Star Coupe, and Perno quickly up 4th. They're followed by Hello Dolly Reactive, and it's Platonic a little deep from Gentle Genius Purple Groove. Hosanna not too far back today, got right up on the inside to be up about 7th. Further back in the race, it's Platonic from Gwendolyn. They're followed by Keys, and 3 lengths last of all, Miss Zoe. The leader, Royal Pearl, at 3/4 in front of Perno outside him. They're followed out 3 wide by It's Platonic third, but pushing forward. And It's Platonic and Perno are going up to Royal Perla, and It's Platonic on the outside takes the lead now from Royal Perla, who's over on the fence. 2 to Perno third, 1.5 lengths Coupe from Romano Star. Hello Dolly is running 6, but out 3 deep, then Reactive. Further back in the race, then came Gold Lottie, followed by Gentle Genius. Over on the inside is Hosanna. Further back then Keys. Then Tickle My. Well back Gwendolyn. And Miss Zoe last of all coming around the turn. It's Royal Pearl of the inside, and it's Platonic a length in front of Perno. Perno, which has had a good run from Coupe the fence, and then Romano Star. Hosanna trying to get out from Reactive. Further back, Gwendolyn, Hello Dolly. Down the middle, Keys, followed by Gold Lottie and Miss Zoe from the back from Tickle My. Coming to the 300-metre mark, Perno under pressure. Romano Star coming at it. Fighting back as Coupe on the inside, and wider out as Miss Zoe. She's coming from the back with a huge run. She's got them. Miss Zoe right over the top of them. She'll land a big plunge here. Miss Zoe coming away from Romano Star. Miss Zoe by 2.5. Purple Groove may grab second from Romano Star. Further back, Perno. Then Coupe, Keys, Gentle Genius, Tickle by Hosanna. Behind those would have been Royal Pearl, a Reactor from Hello Dolly from Gwendolyn. Well back, Tickle My, followed by Gold Lottie. It's Platonic worked too hard and dropped out to run last.
Winner 2, Miss Zoe, Justin Sheehan, $6 and $2.40. 13, Purple Groove, $2.90. 11, Romano Star, $17.80.
At the start, Newcastle O'Mine favourite $442 over Palace Guard, $461.70.
By Sheehan. Took hold of the mare when they came out of the gates, went back to last. And the reports down from Sydney were that she's absolutely flying, including a barrier trial win recently. She's a back marker, a get back and run on. And this has been a confident win. She's just steamed down the middle for Justin Sheehan to win running away. From number 13 second, Purple Groove, who just grabbed second right on the line from Romano Star, number 11, 2:13 and 11. 2:13 and 11. It's rather ironic that the colours be carried in this this mare today. They were the colours of Kensai back in the mid-80s when it took a Melbourne Cup for Lesbridge. And the colours are back probably about, the best part of 15 to 16 years later with this one.
And 2, Miss Zoe, Justin Sheehan, 6 a win, $2.40 a place. 13, Purple Groove, $2.90. 11, Romano Star, $17.80. The Quinella, $53.90. Exacta is $111.80, and the trifecta, $213.11. With number 3 running fourth. The trifecta dividend, $4,006.50. First 4 is to come.
Wake 4, race 5, 1 Lash, 670, 340. 2 Fuji Dancers, 7 and 2. 3 Millanova at 60. 4 Soprano, 750, 250. 5 Herogram, 310, 130 favourite. 6 Homecoming Queen, 7 and 250. 7 Halo Amore, 60. 8 Bullabog Easy, 34. 9 Unzipped, 18. 10 Just Fame, 100. 11 Make Me Strong at 12. 12 It's Houdini at 26. 13, which is Ristakawi at 100. 14 La Quinta Gold, 64. 15 Jamila, 52. 16 Muscadet at 90. Favourite 5 Herogram, 310, 130. Tips at 2, 5, 1 and 8. Late mile for 6. Event at 2:15.
And the first 4 on race 4, paying on 2, 13, 11 and 3, $24,146.90.
Tab dividends are brought to you by Sydney's best cars and four-wheel drives and Sydney's best Daewoo, Sunny Holt Road, Blacktown. They really are Sydney's best. Cumberland.
Wellington, the running of the Group 2 Nestle Peters Classic over 1600 for the fillies and mares. Here's the replay.
Ready. Coupe bounced around on the inside. Racing now. Coupe jumped well. Hosanna jumped all right, then got snagged back, and Reactive was away quickly, and Romano Stars going up in the early stages. Now Royal Pearl from an outside barrier whips across the field, and at the 1400 it's Royal Pearl crossing to the rail in front of Romano Star. Fired up second. Coupe the inside of her. Perno trapped out. A length further back in the field, then Hello Dolly, and Ditz Platonic caught wide, about 4 deep in fact, and then Reactive with Hosanna, who's getting up on the inside, a length and a half. Purple Groove being trailed then by Gentle Genius over on the outside, and Gold Lottie is caught wide still. About a length and a half further back is Keys, and she's followed then by well back is Gwendolyn on the inside, and Tickle My, and back last of all is Miss Zoe. Coming up towards the 800-metre mark now. It's Platonic at work to the lead. Royal Pearl with the rail second. Perno is closer to the fence in third place now, and she's being followed a length and a half by Coupe, Romano Star, and then Hello Dolly wide from Reactive. Hosanna buried away on the inside as they cornered from Gold Lottie, and then Gentle Genius. Keys to the outside. Well back is Purple Groove as they corner from Tickle My. It's Platonic and Miss Zoe. Into the straight now at the 450. Royal Pearl booting through again on the inside. Coming at her is Perno wider out with Romano Star. Coupe's going for the rails, and then Keys followed by Miss Zoe at the 250-metre mark, and Coupe railed through and hit the lead from Perno coming at her. Here's Miss Zoe. Miss Zoe right up the middle of the track, swallows them all up. She races away the Sydney mare. It's all Miss Zoe and Justin Sheehan. She wins by 3. Purple Groove, Romano Star hit it together for second and third. Then Perno, who just wilted. Tickle My Keys and Gentle Genius next, and they were followed in by Coupe, Hosanna, Royal Perla, and then Reactive, and they were trailed further back by Gwendolyn. And back behind those to finish then was Hello Dolly, Gold Lottie, It's Platonic back towards the tail of the field.
Good mare, this one. She was last entering the home straight, but she's shown a great turn of foot and gone past them to win easily. Miss Zoe, ridden by Justin Sheehan and trained by Les Bridge at Randwick. Purple Groove, ridden by Nash Ruilla. 11 Romano Star, ridden by Noel Callow. And officially fourth in the race was number 3, Perno, who just doesn't seem to fire on the dry tracks. She's a real wet tracker, Perno, and she's run officially fourth, ridden by Karen McAvoy. So 2, 13, 11 and 3, 24,146.90 was that first 4 dividend. But she's a very good mare, this one, Miss Zoe. She'd won a listed race at Randwick at her last start on Epsom Day. She won the Angst Quality over 1400 and had won at Newcastle over 1400 prior to that. So she returns under Justin Sheehan, who this time last year was hoping that Universal Prince could measure up in the Cup. But he failed in the McKinnon Stakes on Derby Day and then didn't get his chance to run in the Melbourne Cup. Next race there, the Qantas Wakeful Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies over 2,000 metres. Miss Zoe comes back to a reception of 80, 90,000 punters there at Flemington, maybe even nudging the 100. Terry Watson thought they might get there this morning. Here's Larry Olsen now with the late mail at Doomben.
Yes, thanks, Matt. It did a lot for me watching that race for Les Bridge.
Saturday racing at Rose Hill, and the first one has moved into line. They're in the process of getting the others set. Ignite Me's got the inside barrier in this race. That's number 9 with Jamie Innes on board. Now, there's been support for Gladiator since we last updated. He's tumbling into $6.80. A colt by Spartacus, trained by Ron Quinton, coming off the Canterbury win, and quite a few minor placings prior to that. He was due to break through, and he finally did it at his 12th start at Canterbury last week. Sentimental Tour, a little bit of money for that galloper. He's trained by Guy Walter at Warwick Farm and comes off a maiden win at Wyong. This is a bit tougher, but he's from a good stable and there was a bit of authority in the provincial win. Getting them set, here's Ian for the third.
Yes, and they come. Matt Masked, a very solid favourite. He has been on his toes from the time they got to the barrier. And he's 280 and 180 and just a fraction better on track. So they move in nicely. Masked repeating, 280 and 180. Been very flighty over behind the barrier stalls, and Brendan Fenwick has dismounted. He's a big lump of a horse, Masked, and he's a good sort. He's by Quest for Fame. Hopefully he hasn't run his race before they actually depart the 1200 journey. Good money late for Tom Carews. He's been the best back runner to beat Masked here. Number 1, Tom Carews. Ryan Wiggins offsetting the 58 kilos with his 3-kilo claim, and he'll need a little bit of luck from the gate. He's drawn very wide, but there has been significant on-track support for Tom Carews to say that he's going to run well. Now, So the King Said, formerly known as Liston, is about to move in, and we'll soon see them off. Previous of the day, Lucida number 4 beat 1 Uniforms, 3 Simbala and 5, and the first to number 5, Imperialism. Now, they're all in. This is race number 3, 1200. They're off. And immediately dropping out the back, Sentimental Tour and Tom Carews, and So the King Said. Smartest out from Raiden Rule. Cur Royale jumped nicely, and so too did Lion Dancer, followed closely on the inside. Next by Architrave, and Masked is picking up ground. So too is Campbell's Run, followed by Thunder On, and then Ignite Me. Gladiator's got 2 behind it. Sentimental Tour and Sunbeam Alpine down past the 650, and the heavily tried Tom Carews, the leader from So the King Said. Length and a half, Raiden Rule, Architrave, Campbell's Run, followed by Cur Royale, and then in the All Cerise, the favourite Masked over Lion Dancer, Ignite Me, Thunder On, Gladiator, and then Sentimental Tour and 2.5 to Sunbeam Alpine. Ryan Wiggins has Tom Carews leading a length and a half, So the King Said, as they straighten up. Architrave the rails, then Raiden Rule with a white face moving into a clear second, followed by Campbell's Run, and Masked has got a wall of horses in front of him. Tom Carews given a shaken up at the 200. He got about 2 lengths on Raiden Rule. Rule, Lion Dancer. They're all struggling to get to this leader, Tom Carouse. Raiden Rule, late Sentimental Tour, but Tom Carouse weakening will win. Tom Carouse beats Sentimental Tour and Raiden Rule. And then came Lion Dancer. Mask, when it saw daylight, went home well. Over Architrave, and then a gap to Gladiator, Ignite Me, Campbell's Run, Sunbeam, Alpine, Thunder On, and So the King Said. At Absolute was Cur Royale. Number 1, he's had a good week, young Ryan, and he's booted home here. Number 1, Tom Carouse. Number 1, Tom Carouse, written by Ryan Wiggins, has landed some good bets late. By Beautiful Crown from Carouse, starting from a wide alley, trained by Clary Connors for N. Cooper, G. Robinson and P. Callaghan. And Tom Carouse has scored in the time of 1:10.59, 35.22. 1:10.3 and 5 are the officials. Tom Carouse, R. Wiggins first. Number 10, wasn't that a decent performance? Thank you. Sentimental Tour, written by Matthew Cole for Guy Walter. Second, got a real rugby union ownership flavour, including Simon Poitevin. And it'll win a race in town pretty shortly, the Encosta de Lago Gelding Sentimental Tour. Number 3, third, and that was Raiden Rule by Marauding, trained by Jack Denham, Brent Stanley. Number 5, Lion Dancer, fourth, and officially fifth, number 6, Mask. Well, Brendan didn't have a lot of luck getting into the clear at the right time on Mask, and when he did see daylight, Brendan, on the favourite Mask, it really did motor to the line.
1:10.3 and 5 at Rose Hill, and the first 4 dividend $3,882.10 on the third. Winner trained by Clary Connors is more than likely at Flemington today for Derby Day. Now we've got Morfettville coming up, race 3 in 6 minutes. The main ones there are 3 Eden Rock at $3.10 and 5 Danazar at $3.40. Race in 6 minutes time. Centre
Number 5, Hierogram, opened up the each-way odds and has had firm support on course throughout betting, and it's square across the board as on the tote, and really does look good. Lovely filly. Number 6, Homecoming Queen, is another one that has been solidly supported throughout betting. Shifted out half a point, back in a point, and then out just a half a point. A little bit better on the tote at the moment. Drawn perfectly to have the best run in the race. Number 1, Lashed, has opened up just over the each-way quote, nearly square across the board on the tote, but it has not blinked on course. Again, looks absolutely fantastic. The Graham Rogerson trained number 1, Lash. Also include number 11, Make Me Strong, has been racing very well again, and it hasn't moved from its opening quote. A touch better on the tote at the moment. Late Mail, 5 ahead of 6, 1 and 11.
So the John Hawkes train Hierogram, being ridden by Darren Beeman, the top pick from Alf. She's now $3.70 ahead of Fuji Dancer, Lashed, Homecoming Queen and Soprano. Righto, Ron Quinton is about to join Andrew Bensley.
Ron, you've got Bulla Bughazi going around. What came out of the run at Caulfield?
Well, I think it was a very, very good run, actually. It was a first run Melbourne way of going, and she only got beat 1.7 lengths. And my feeling is that she's a staying type filly, and she's tough as old boots. I think she'll run a great race.
Got a poor barrier.
Yeah, bugger. I was dying to draw a good barrier, but we haven't got it, so we'll just have to leave it up to Chris Munce to sort it out. And he's a good big race jockey, so we'll just have to leave it in his capable hands and hope for the best.
In your mind, though, Bulla Bughazi's in pretty good shape going into this race.
She's a bit of a sleeper, I reckon. She's got a lot of staying pedigree on the mother's side, and she's been very tough, and she's been aimed at this for a fair while now, so we've got all our fingers and toes crossed, everything crossed.
Righto, that's Bulla Bughazi. She's at pretty big odds going into the Wakefield. Not in our top 8, but Ron Quinton quietly confident that she can run a bit of a race. Now, Doomben Race 3 comes up in 18 minutes with Mustang Magic and Northern Force on top together here from Amex and Real Impressive.
And the fillies are coming in well here. Line taking shape now as Just Fame goes into line. Hierogram, very impressive, Dean, over at Caulfield, and they put the money up again today.
Certainly have, Brian. And
back for a stack.
She's a late entry for the Oaks on Thursday, and This is usually the definitive guide to the Oaks. This year, I think it'll just throw up the main contender to take on Macedon Lady.
I think they'll be the runners filling the placings behind Macedon Lady.
Yeah, you'd think so at this stage, wouldn't you?
Never any intention to run Macedon Lady here in the Wakefield. The connections feel as though it's too close for Thursday. Bullabog Easy coming up now. Jamila to come forward here with Muscadet. They're back for plenty here. Hera Graham, the pronounced favourite, $3.50 and $1.70. Second pick is Lashed and Homecoming Queen. Just about ready for the Wakefield as we wait on Muscadet to go up. It's Houdini. Very good runner, Caulfield, after throwing the rider and bolting. Behind Homecoming Queen, the fillies took on the males that day, and the Homecoming Queen beat to Houdini. Homecoming Queen, a beautiful Danehill filly down on the inside. Now Muscadet goes up. And they're ready for the Wakefield now. Hera Graham is drawn in. Set to run now. Lights on. They're off and running. Hera Graham bounced quickly with Homecoming Queen. They beat out Halo Amore and La Quinta Gold, and also Make Me Strong travelling forward with It's Houdini, and further out Just Fame from Unzip when they settle. And going to the front is La Quinta Gold here from Make Me Strong. Homecoming Queen is pulling over on the inside from It's Houdini travelling forward. Further back Unzip when they settle. Hera Graham's back inside it. They're followed further back by Just Fame. Then came in the centre Millanova. Jamila very deep from Lashed. Further back in the race, Halo Amore about 2 lengths further back, Bullabagese. Fuji Dancer followed by Muscadet. Well back was Wistrakawi and Soprano last of all at the 1400 metre mark. And around the outside, Unzip took it up now by 2 lengths to Just Fame and La Quinta Gold a half away third. 2 further back, It's Houdini from Homecoming Queen. Make Me Strong outside it. 2 lengths further back then is the favourite over on the inside as they go down the back, and that's Hera Graham outside at Jamila. They're followed by Halo Amore from Lash to length and a half Millanova. Fuji Dancer the inside, 1.5 Bullabagese. Well back was Wistrakawi, followed on the inside by Soprano, and last of all the outside of those Muscadet. They're well strung out. Unzip rolling along in front of the 950 in the Wakefield by 2.5 Just Fame. The fences La Quinta Gold, 2.5 It's Houdini running fourth. 2 lengths further back, Make Me Strong on the outside of Homecoming Queen. Jamila is wide off the fence now is the favourite. Back about 8th before the turn. That's Hera Graham from Lashed outside it, followed by Halo Amore. Then came Bullabagese, and well back in the race then Millanova from Fuji Dancer back to the rail. Homeward bound, 500 out, and they're running along in front. It's Unzip 2 in front of Just Fame, La Quinta Gold. It's Houdini into the clear, followed by Fuji Dancer. Hera Graham behind them trying to get out. It's starting to weave through and coming down the outside Lash, but Unzip's 2.5 in front. Now Hera Graham is getting into the clear, going out after Unzip to the 180. It's Unzip 2 in front. It's Houdini, Hera Graham, Lash with late runs, followed by Fuji Dancer getting through late. Still Unzipped in front. Hera Graham charging at it with Lash. They hit it. Might be Hera Graham, and nose to close up. It's Houdini, and on the inside Unzipped, and right there flashing home Homecoming Queen, and right there also is Fuji Dancer. Great finish. Lashed a little further out from Millanova. Bullabagese followed out wider by Soprano. Pulling up quickly after the line would have been further back Halo Amore, followed by Muscadet. Make Me Strong, Wistrakawi, and Just Fame is back towards the tail.
5 Hera Graham, Darren Beedman, $3 $1.60 for the Miners. 12 It's Houdini at $7.40. 9 Unzipped at $5.20. 6 Homecoming Queen, $2.40.
Number 5. Number 5 gets it. Number 5 gets the photo. Hera Graham held up. Took a while to get clear. For the Miners, It's Houdini is right there, and then further out is Lashed and also Bullabagese. And it was difficult to spit the names out at the right time as they headed towards the line. But the guardian angel of most punters here with Hera Graham getting a good run all the way. Unzipped has set up a good speed in front. They've run 2.9. She was getting tired and they were charging at her, and Beeman was able to get this favourite through. Hera Graham to get up and win the Wakefield. For the Miners, It's Houdini. Further out is Lashed and Bullabagese. Might be It's Houdini just from Lashed. Bullabagese Unzipped back to the inside in front of Fuji Dancer. 5 and a photo. 5 and a photo. And it'll get up and win us about a half head. Number 12 has got second. It's Houdini, number 12. And number 1, Lashed, has got third. So after that further print for the Miners, 5, 12, 1. And Bullabagese will get into fourth placing, I think you'll find on the outside. Great finish, blanket finish. But she's poked through in time, Hera Graham, to get up and win. She needed plenty of luck. She got out. She just one batted for a couple of downs, and they were coming left, right and centre after Unzipped, who was still in front with about 50 metres to go, but they were charging at her. And Hera Graham has got up to win from 12 Itsudini and one lashed 5-12 and 1. 5-12 1.
5 Hera Graham, Darren Beedman, 3 a win, 160 a place. 12 It's Houdini is 740 and 1 lash third. 230 the Quinella 54.10. Exacta 93.30, trifecta 5-12 1. 627.30. The first 4 is to be confirmed.
6 at Flemington, the Amy Victoria Derby, 1 Helenas, $2, 130 favourite, scratch 2. 3 Hydrometer, 10 and 250. 4 Masquerado, 14 and 3. 5 General Minolta, 36 and 7. 6 8 here, 12 and 3. 7 Wild Heart, 27 and 6. 8 Serpentire, 58 and 11. 9 Davidoff, 490, $1.80. Number 10, Diamond Jake, 13 and 250. 11 Sylvester, 15 and 3. 12 Grand Lover, 82.14. Favourite for the Amy Victoria Derby, 1 Helenas, $2, 130. Tip 1, 3, 11 and 6. Late mile for 1. The event 3 o'clock.
Tab dividends.
Race to the VRC Oaks has just been run at Flemington. Let's join our caller, Greg Miles.
Big Oaks lead up. Where they go. Muscadet Soprano slow to move. Fuji Dancer got back there too. And Make Me Strong first out with La Quinta Gold and Homecoming Queen holding third the rail. Then It's Houdini Hyrogram unzipped her outside. Just Fame trying to slot in. Jamila caught wide, and also wide out there is Lash 3 deep from Milanova. Just behind those horses then is on the inside Halo Amore, and she's being followed Bullaborghese as they went past the 1600. Next Fuji Dancer, Muscadet, and well back is Wistra Cow second last, and last is Soprano. Out near the 1400, Unzipped work to the lead. Just Famous second, 2 La Quinta Gold. Third on the inside, It's Houdini is fourth. About a length and a half further back, Homecoming Queen. She's racing over on the inside. Being followed then by Make Me Strong. 2 lengths further back is Jamila, who's racing on the outside of Hyrogram. A little better than midfield on the rail in the All Cerise colours. A length and a half to Halo Amore, and she's followed by Lashed. About a length further back is Milanova. Lashed is still travelling 3 wide at this point. Fuji Dancer's on the rail. A length and a half to Bullaborghese, and then Soprano and Muscadet last of all. Unzipped is striding freely up the side of the course by a little over 2 lengths to Just Fame, La Quinta Gold. It's Houdini 2 lengths away fourth. Homecoming Queen has enjoyed a nice trail on the inside as they sweep up towards the turn now. She's being followed by Jamila, who's going up on the outside of Make Me Strong, and they trailed by Hyrogram, who's come away from the rail. Then Halo More. Lashed has never been on the course as they swing, and Bullaborghese's pulled out the widest. Unzipped led coming around the turn to Just Fame, La Quinta Gold. It's Houdini under the whip, and then Homecoming Queen held up trying to get into clear. She's trying to work over heels. Make Me Strong's coming with a run. Hyrogram's working home, and then Jamila and Lashed a fair way back. Haven't got Unzipped at the 200. 2 lengths in front. Hyrogram sees daylight. Lashed and Bullaborghese are closing with It's Houdini. Unzipped with 100 to go. Very tired. They're closing. Hyrogram lifting with It's Houdini. They come to the line. Hyrogram, I think, a nose. Close up is It's Houdini, and Unzipped on the rail, who just folded the last little bit of the race. Homecoming Queen is close up there too, with Bullaborghese the outside, and Lashed and Milanova. They're followed in by Jamila, La Quinta Gold, Soprano. Next to finish in the race then Muscadet, followed further back by Halo Amore. And then came Make Me Strong, Fuji Dancer, Wistra Cow, and Just Fame as last of all.
And the winner was the favourite number 5, Hyrogram, ridden by Darren Beedman for John Hawkes, the octagonal filly getting up on the last few hops over the roughie number 12, It's Houdini, and 1 Lashed. Officially fourth was 8 Bullaborghese.